When I was 13, I picked up my dad's camera and made my first intentional photograph of just some things that I was attached to and had this fear that I might not have forever. So I put these things together, I kind of set them up, and I took my first picture, and it just felt nice to know that if I lost those things, I would still have a tangible memory, something I could hold on to, that even if it wasn't the original, it would be good enough to still have something representative of it. The wet plate process is very meditative. It is an exercise in patience, it's an exercise in troubleshooting, but then there's so many little offshoots to explore and chemistry to alter to see how it manipulates the image or the outcome. It's a puzzle. I like the reward of figuring out a puzzle with this, and then to have something to hold on to afterwards to remind me that I worked through and came out with something that is a fleeting moment, is a moment that we no longer have. We just have this little piece from all of that work. We've got this little beautiful piece of metal to look at and pass on in our family. Our family can look at that moment for generations. So it's not just going to disappear on a computer and be like a little crumb of digital information amongst so many. It's unique, and it can last time. It can just survive. A lot of factors go into deciding that. If it's really dry and hot, it shortens the time because the chemistry needs to remain wet in order to make an image. So on a day like this, 10 minutes is good. We got a lot of humidity and not a lot of heat, so it shouldn't dry a plate within that time. But desert time, you probably are looking like a minute, 2 minutes to zip through after the plate comes out of the silver. I've never shot in that environment, so I'm not really clear on how long. I've always been in Georgia, humidity and heat. So I know that if the humidity is high, it can help, but when you get the temperature up, it really shortens the process. But typically between 10 and 15 minutes is ideally what you want to keep it. So many people are uncomfortable in front of the camera, but when they find out they don't have to fake anything, they can just be themselves. I think that's how this process speaks to a lot of people on both sides of the camera, is just not having to be fake. It's authenticity all the way. If a person wants to put their hands in their pockets or hang on to their hips or flip their hair in the middle, it's like just being open to whatever the person wants to be in front of the camera. I think instead of forcing something like a smile or a particular pose for the lighting, I just want people to be who they are in front of the camera. The thing that I like about it, it's so easy to snap 100 or 1,000 pictures and then just go through and pick your choice, but this is very, it's just very meditative is a good word, and precise. Like you just have to take your time and really think out everything, and it's nice to have the space. It just provides. It makes you do that. It's not, oh, let's just see what this does. It's fine. We'll take another one. It's very. I wish I could remember that word right now. This is awesome. Have you seen this? I put together an idea of reaching out to people of the community, Some were friends and some were people that I hadn't met yet. And it was a study on resilience. I felt I was lacking resilience at the moment, so it was kind of me taking notes from other people that seemed to be really handling it well. And I reached out, and friends of friends reached out to be part of it. And it's just a community coming together for an art project that has a beautiful message to me, and it's been a really beautiful experience. I've enjoyed everybody I've met, and it's been this like one-on-one connection that is something special on the other side of 2020.